we are a little more than 1 week away from the start of early voting in the March primary elections.
The new polling is offering new insights into Texas's competitive U.S. Senate race. It shows Republican Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and Democratic U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett leading their respective primary races.
KVUE's Daniel Perot is here with a closer look at the poll and the state of the race as Texans get ready to start voting. Daniel?
Yeah, that new polling was conducted late last month by the University of Houston's Hobby School of Public Affairs. It surveyed 550 likely Democrat and Republican primary voters. It showed that Ken Paxton is leading the incumbent Senator John Cornyn by 7 points and Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett ahead of State Representative James Talarico by 8 points. Both of those are outside the margin of error. It is interesting because some other recent polls have had both those races as neck and neck. For candidates and campaigns, it's the home stretch before early voting.
You only have about a week left to make sure that you can reach all of those voters.
A new survey of likely primary voters by the University of Houston shows Attorney General Ken Paxton leading Senator John Cornyn 38-31, with Wesley Hunt in a distant third place at 17%. 12% are not decided.
It's a virtual certainty that we're going to have a runoff in the Republican U.S. Senate primary. The only question is, who are the two people in that runoff?
According to the survey, Paxton has an advantage in a runoff. More than half of Republican primary voters say an endorsement by President Trump would make them more likely to support a candidate. So far, he's stayed out of the race.
He could, if he wanted to, boost Hunt into that runoff and particularly into the Senate.
On the other side, 47% of likely Democratic primary voters say they support Jasmine Crockett over James Talarico. Crockett led Talarico in most key demographic groups, except for white voters and those who have an advanced degree.
Overwhelming majority of African-American voters intend to vote for her, and they intend to turn out to vote in larger numbers than normal for a Democratic primary.
In the survey, Crockett has a 7-point lead among Latino voters overall and a 20-point lead among Latino women, while Talarico has a 6-point lead among Latino men.
We're in the Democratic primary where 60% are women and 40% are men.
In a head-to-head general election matchup, both Paxton and Cornyn polled ahead of Crockett by 2 points. Paxton is slightly better than Cornyn against Talarico. Hunt has the largest margin, leading Talarico by 4 points.
Right now, at least in the U.S. Senate race, it's a coin flip.
For Republicans, the gloves are off with attack ads. Experts say that has given voters overall more negative opinions on the three candidates.
And while Wesley Hunt is significantly behind Cornyn, the Paxton campaign wants to make sure that he doesn't somehow catch up.
In the survey, 50% of Texans said they do not approve of the job that President Trump is doing. 49% said they approve of it. While they were evenly divided on if the state of Texas is headed in the right direction, a majority, more than 50%, said they believe the country is on the wrong track. Early voting starts a week from tomorrow on February 17th. Primary day is March 3rd. In the studio, Daniel Perot, KVUE News.